Since the inception of school leadership, administrators have been seen as managers. Keep the peace and everyone happy, and you're doing a wonderful job. But oh, how the times have changed. Schools are now desperately in need of instructional leaders. As my journey concludes in gaining my master's in educational leadership, one question continues to consume me. What makes an instructional leader? First, leaders must be visionary. In education, this vision must be one that is shared with others, shared with the community, parents, and even the students. Administrators must be able to look and see the forest through the trees. Throughout history, visionary leaders have discovered new worlds, invented the unimaginable, and even dared to send men and women to space. Jonathan Swift once said that vision is the art of seeing the invisible. An educational leader must be willing to put the needs of the student first. Sergio Vani explains that schools with a strong and deep culture of teaching and learning know what they are about and communicate this to students in a way that increases their academic engagement and performance. This culture of learning must be communicated to all stakeholders and be driven through informed decisions based soundly on research and data. Leaders must be willing to show flexibility to meet the needs of their students because the needs of every school are different. Educational leaders must also support their schools through resources and organization. The principal must first be a good steward of the budgets that they have been entrusted with and spend money wisely. Principals must understand the school's goals and needs and then make wise decisions on how to best allocate their budget to serve those needs. This means being knowledgeable enough to know when to say yes, but also to have the courage to know when to say no. Time must also be managed carefully. Schools are bombarded with new federal and state mandates, and their plates are overflowing with tasks that must be completed. Administrators must always be cognizant of the time spent on fruitless items and find opportunities to create time for work that can improve the overall student improvement. This cannot happen without the support and focus of the administration. Time management is critical. Finally, a true educational leader must understand that the most important resource to a successful school are the teachers themselves. Leaders must do everything to seek and find the best educators to put in those classrooms to teach our students. They must never settle. Now, many people believe that leaders are superheroes. These educational leaders do have superhuman abilities to accomplish great things. However, they do these great things not through the use of a superpower, but when they empower others. Educational leaders must listen to their teachers, students, parents, and community leaders to find out what their school truly needs. When a leader listens and values others' opinion, true change happens. Ideas are shared together, creating a true culture of change. Trust is created and schools are transformed. Leaders may not be superhuman, but they can inspire those around them to do superhuman feats. We live in a world in which educational leadership is held under a constant microscope. Leaders are called to be role models, demonstrating traits such as integrity, honesty, trust, compassion, fairness, equity, and justice. Leaders must be willing to educate themselves on current educational policies and district mandates. They must also be willing to have courageous conversations when an ethical decision must be made. Sometimes the popular decision is not always the right one. Leaders must be led by a strong moral compass to ensure professional ethics are upheld. As leaders, we must also be aware of the legal, policy, and socio-cultural context of our schools. Schools are melting pots, made up of many different cultures, some of which are African American, whites, Asians, Hispanics, and many other cultures. Many families struggle financially, and are doing all that they can to make ends meet. The educational leader must ensure the rights of all children are met. Finally, instructional leaders must be aware of the ever-changing world of technology. Social media is everywhere, and information can now be shared within seconds. It's important for school leaders not to be afraid of this technology, but to embrace the opportunity to lead our 21st century learners. John Dewey once said, "If we teach children today as we taught yesterday, we rob our children of tomorrow." Leaders that have a strong foundation in each of these leadership domains will not merely just be an instructional leader, but a leader that transforms a school. I hope to be such a leader.